Hello, I'm Paul here. Today I'm going to go over a strategy, talked about a lot on this channel, but I'm going to go over kind of a good strategy to follow for crypto. Now this is going over the LNL trend system. Probably the last time I'll talk about it, because once you understand this 2 indicator step, there's really no need to talk about it, because it's really simple to understand. Identify the direction and then just find your trades. But there really isn't more to talk about. I'm going to try and go as much in detail in this video as I can. But I'm going to go over crypto today, and we're going to go over how to use the LNL and to find good moments in the market. For the strategy, you need the LNL trend system, and you need the Stochastic RSI. Those are the only 2 you need. And the focus here is to do everything on a longer time frame. So whichever, it's the hour time frame or above, maybe the 15, but that's the lowest I'll go. But basically, use this strategy, and it really helps find those exact moments to get in your trades and get out. So we're going to look at examples of how to trade crypto with this. Now you can use this strategy for 2 different ways. You can use it for trading Bitcoin in Forex, or crypto in Forex, or you could just basically use it to find those moments when the market's starting to go back up. Buy your assets and buy them when the market starts going back up. So it could be used for both those situations. But in this video, we're going to be going over doing this for longer time frames. I'll go over the hour mainly. But anyway, we'll look at a couple cryptos, and we'll see how well this works and where exactly you'll enter your trades on a longer time frame. Okay, so to set this up, you basically just need your LNL trend system. So you go to your settings, go to indicators, punch in LNL trend system. It's by LNL Capital. Now the only thing you're going to need on here is, by default, you're going to check everything off. You only need the show trend line and make sure all your colors are bright and stand out. My neutral I have as a white. And then you need show HTF trend line. Make sure all colors stand out. You don't need anything else on here. And the only other thing you need here is your stochastic RSI here. So basically what you want to do is you want to go to a longer time frame. We'll look at a couple examples. And we'll look at Bitcoin right now. And basically what you want to do is, let's go to the hour right now. We're going to identify all the moments the LNL crosses. So that's the first thing you want to look for. So I'm going to hide the candles real quick, and we're going to point out all the moments where it crosses. So we have a moment right here. So I'm going to make a little mark on these points. Vertical line here, vertical line there. Let's change the color. Let's make it green. So we got one there. See, the next time was right over here. Vertical line, we'll mark it right here. And we got another mark right here. And we got another mark right here. So I'll go over these real quick. I'll go over these moments, and then I'll go over everything in case you missed these. So I made my mark. We're going to look at these real quick. Turn back on the candles. So this point is when the cross happens. It crosses to the downside. So this is your moment of getting in your trade at these moments. So if you somehow miss these trades, so let's real quickly see what would happen if you got in right at the cross. To come in right here, if you wrote it down, from here, you would be in profit if you did a sell order right here. And see, the last one was right here. So if you came in at the cross, you would have caught all this right here. And you would be in profit there for a buy order. You came in at this cross, you would have been in profit. Not a lot there, but you would still be in profit. And then there was this one, which you came in at the cross right here. Wrote it up to here, you would have been in profit on a buy order. So you'd have another one. Yeah, well, that was about it, but basically, this was another time that it crossed right here. You wrote it out right here. And this would have been profit on a buy order. So what happens when you miss the cross, basically? So what you want to do if that happens is you want to look at you want to get a good idea what the overall trend is, and you want to focus on that trend. That is when you look at your stochastic RSI here. So basically, since it crossed down here, we know the direction's down. So you want to look at all the directions. You want to look at all the directions where the stochastic is going down, basically. So we got a moment, a small one right here, just one right here, and there's one right here. So if we look at it real quickly, we can see our quick little moments of scalping here. Focus on the moments that are coming down, was right about here. This one wouldn't be a big one, but there would be a little scalp right there. You could have held it off and wrote it out longer if you wanted. But then there's another moment right here. There's a moment right here. You wrote that one down, and you would have made money. So you got to identify the direction, and then look at your stochastic RSI. So for right here, if you miss the cross up, you want to get on the next moment when the stochastic crosses, which would be right about here. So if you came in right about here, you could rode this out for a couple hours and be profit there. It crosses again here, right here, and you would be in profit right here for 7 hours. So you would have made a little profit there. So let's see, then we got a downtrend. This one is, and it's also a very good idea to get the overall direction. You always want to go in the current direction. So in this moment, we could probably be going against the trend here. So if you went to like your daily at this point in time, you could have seen in a longer time frame that we were actually going up. This could have prevented you from taking this trade, because this just looks temporary here because it went down. You were still at profit here, but in this moment, make sure you check and get in the overall direction, because something tells me that in this moment it's just going against the trend, but we can't really check that. Actually, yeah, we can. Let's just look at let's see, April 30th real quick. Let's just look at this on the day. Let's see what's happened on April 30th. April 30th. Yeah, so April 30th, it's going up. The trend is up. So if you looked at that on the daily, you would have been able to catch that that's going against the trend. So you would have been able to catch that and you be able to spot that you shouldn't be able to get in that trade, because make sure you look at your daily when you're doing this, and to get an idea of what the overall direction, you would have known not to take that trade. You would have known to stick with going up at this point. But anyway, I think this is the last mark I did. The trend going up here. Trend's going up here. If you miss that, you want to focus on the trend going up, which is right here. So you would have made that would have been profit. So that's really how you do it. Real quickly, we're going to look at the daily and find out those that want to do this on the daily. It's the same rule if you want to do it on daily. If you do it on daily, you have to wait longer, but your results should be pretty good. Okay, so the same rules apply doing this on the daily. Now, me personally, I would prefer doing this on a daily, but finding these moments take longer. So just keep that in mind. You're not going to be doing this on intraday levels, but if you do find this on the daily, definitely you can actually make a lot more doing it on the daily. But you do have to wait for these to play out. But basically the same rule apply. There's a cross right here, so the trend starts going up. So you want to look at all the moments. So right now, the trend is up. And right now the market's going down. It has crossed down. So you want to wait. If you were getting in this trade, you want to wait on the daily here. And it looks like it might be going down a little bit. But you want to wait for the stochastic to start crossing back up. So the trend is going up, but you want to wait for the stochastic to cross, basically. So let's real quickly look at the next cycle here. It crossed right here on the daily. So what you want to do is, if you miss that cross, you want to look at your stochastic and you want to see all the moments where it's crossing down. So if you miss this, you want to get in here. Right here, you could have come in for a trade right about here, because this goes with the trend. You could ride this out for a couple days, and you would be in profit on a sell order. And then you see it happen again right here. See it happen right about here, and you would be in profit on a sell order. You see it happen again right here, around here, you be in profit. Right around here, you be in profit on a sell order. So that's basically how you use the stochastic. The stochastic will tell you when to enter and when to exit, basically, because when it starts going in the opposite direction, to get out of your trade, basically. So you got right here, you got down. But me personally, I would look at, if I'm entering on the day, I would go down to a smaller time frame and wait for that to cross. To see it crossing on a smaller time frame to get out of the trade, basically. But that's basically how you do it, how you use these two indicators. Me personally, I want to see this on the daily, because I want to get those good profits. But if I don't see it on the daily, I'll do it on the hour. The hour is the one you want to use if you want to do intraday level. So anyway, that's basically how you do this strategy with these two indicators to help find all those good moments. How to find those good moments and go in with the trend. So anyway, crypto is more volatile here. So if you get into these trades, just keep in mind that it is very volatile. So keep that in mind. You always want to go with the trend, never go against the trend with this strategy. I always just try to go with the trend, and this strategy kind of helps. Look at everything on the day chart, find the cross, focus on that direction, and look at your stochastic. Find out when the stochastic crosses, and that's when you enter your trade. Focus on the day. If you don't see it on the day, go to the hour. The hour can be used for more intraday trades. But anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.